This is like the end all for tightening down a ridgeline. You can get this literally so tight, you can break paracord. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this heavier rope. It's gonna make it way easier for everybody to be able to see this. For the first trucker's hitch, like we talked about in the other video tutorial, you're gonna come around a tree, and then if you do it one-handed like I showed you, you make it really quick, you slide the rest of your line through there, and now we can begin to tension this up. That's gonna give us a nice taut line here. But what if this line needs to be even tighter? Okay, there's a very simple, easy way we can do that. But again, it is going to require you understand how to make this trucker's hitch to begin with, because we're gonna put a second one in a different part of the line. So we have trucker's hitch number 1 here. How we're gonna identify where the second trucker's hitch needs to go is the line that came around. So I'm following this line, it came around the tree. This line that I'm touching right here goes through our trucker's hitch. That is the line, when we trace it back to the tree, that our second trucker's hitch needs to go on. Now that we identified where we're going to put that, the easiest way to do this is keep holding on to that tag end, so the end that we ran through our initial line that we'd be pulling, hold on to that. You don't have to death grip it, just hold on to it. Step under the line and face the line. Now that I'm on the back side of the line, we're gonna pick the spot in which we identified as close to the tree as we can. We're gonna have to give this some slack though to be able to tie our next trucker's hitch. This trucker's hitch, when we pull this loop right here, this loop should not close in on itself if I pull it towards the other loop. So here's loop 1, here's loop 2. If I pull them together, they shouldn't close in on each other. You see, if I pull this way, it's closing in on my finger, not good. So we wanna be able to pull it that way. Now we can take our line through this second loop, pull it all the way through, and now we can begin the tension. So as I do this, it's like having 2 pulleys rather than just 1. So our initial tension is coming on here, it's pulling back onto here. So I can pull this now tight, tighter, and tighter, to the point that this string is like a banjo string. I mean, beyond what you're gonna be able to pull with a single one. Now, if we zoom in a little bit and we look, this is our initial line coming through, okay? Even though we have this trucker's hitch on here right now, that initially wasn't there. But we came around our first loop here, and then we came back to where we tied our second loop, and now we have our tensioning knot, okay? That's gonna get a lot of tension right in there as we pull it tight. Again, we would just pinch this, and then we would just finish this off. So you can see our first trucker's hitch right here, second trucker's hitch right here. Pull it, it becomes so tight, so super tight that it's absolutely unreal. Again, with paracord, you can pull this so tight that you can actually break it. This heavier line, I'm not sure. I would suggest not doing that so you don't go flying in the woods and hit your head off a rock or something. But you're gonna be able to get your lines way, way tighter doing this. So all my bush brothers and sisters, this is definitely another tool for the toolbox. Look at this as something that you're probably not gonna use every day. But if you know how to put one trucker's hitch in, as long as you understand that you could put a second one in on the line and where to put it, man, you could get ridge lines so tight. Or if you need to pull something, you can always do this on a larger scale. Say you need to move a log out of the way, or if you're on an ATV or something like that and you don't have a pulley system with you, you can always set this up with the double trucker's hitch and pull things out of the way. You're gonna get so much more leverage this way, it's gonna be unbelievable. So definitely add this tool to the toolbox and give it a shot. The biggest thing with this though, and I can't reiterate it enough, you need to know how to do the trucker's hitch. Once you got that down, you're just tying a second trucker's hitch somewhere, super easy. So this was Dan Wowack with Coalcracker Bushcraft. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com, and until the next video, stay tight in the woods.